Today on Drawbli,
we're looking at the art of Yoneyama.
ooh, we've been looking at a couple other anime artists lately, and it's so cool to see all the variations that we have in that world.
Yes, this is an art form that is absolutely a treat to dive into and look at the greatest of the greats up close and personal.
There's so much cool stuff happening just in this image alone. Are they reading a comic or like what's going on here? Whatever they're looking at, like all the information feels like it's exploding off the page and flowing around them. So cool.
Yeah, just the design of this image is so amazing. I love that we have all this like color explosion right down here in the bottom left corner. It's a little more subdued in the top right, but there's still color everywhere and action everywhere.
Ooh, whoa. This is such a cool silhouette with like forming into the hair. They have like these braids in the back, like stitched together almost. And then what I assume is blood flowing around them. Very cool.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I don't know what that is flowing around them, but you're right. It very well could be.
Yeah, maybe ink. I don't know. This looks more like it might be like an ink explosion or something like that.
Yeah, I love the colors in this one. I love how the character is a lot more grayscale, and like the hair and colors around her face are very rainbow. It's such a good way to do rainbow, because rainbow, depending on how you do it, can look a little like childish, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It's really hard to do something like that correct when you just use every possible hue available.
Right.
This is a really good example of that, I think.
Absolutely.
Oh, also, I just want to point out, like, look at the reflected light on the side of the face, that green splash.
Oh, yeah.
And the orange. So smart.
So smart.
So smart.
So educated.
Artists are so smart. We don't talk about that. Oh, I love this hair.
Me too.
This hairstyle's so cool.
This is so cool. The way it wraps around and has these layers.
Yeah, they do so many interesting things with liquids in their art. Like, I mean, that's technically difficult to accomplish, but then to execute on that, not just well, but like really artistically creating this focus with it blurred out in the background and in focus in the foreground, spiraling or just awesome.
Yeah, that stuff takes time. I also really like the choice of these splatters of color on the figure, but some of them also look like they're cuts. Like there's like blood almost across her nose and across her cheek, but the rest of it looks like eyeshadow and like a very cool like editorial look.
Yeah.
The false eyelash on her shoulder.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I was like, is that a little caterpillar? Nope, little eyelash.
Pretty cool.
Checks out.
This is kind of a partner image to that one.
Okay, yeah. These hairstyles are so awesome.
They're so beautiful.
They feel like wings.
Doesn't that feel like wings? And the streaks of gold across the blue eyes. I love that so much.
And the flecks that almost look like freckles.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah, and then the golden tear as well, almost.
Yeah. There's a lot. It looks
These are
very
awesome.
high-end. Like you could advertise a high-end makeup brand with these images.
Actually, yes.
Maybe they are.
I don't know. I mean, that's the vibe for sure. This is so trippy.
Isn't it? Everything's oily from the eyelashes and the hair. And then her neckline is like kind of almost fungally to me.
There's a lot of fungal elements, like what looks like mitochondria down here, like veining out, and then the glowing of the hair. This is creepy, but very cool.
It's so beautiful too. The colors are just gorgeous.
Yeah, this artist is like, I feel like when I see anime art, a lot of the time it falls into only a few categories, but then every once in a while you run into an artist like this that's doing some really cool, creative, unique stuff with anime art. Yeah,
there is a lot of anime art out there, you're right, but it's really cool to see the people who are at the top of that game.
Yeah, like who have taken that idea to its furthest point.
And create the most beautiful things.
Yeah, like the compositions of these alone are so fun and interesting. I almost feel like this character is from something that it feels like there's like a lot of space references, science, like DNA strands, like a universe or like a solar system up here with a black hole. Lots of cool stuff going on here.
Something's happening. Very scientific.
Something's happening.
I think this one is so fun.
Wow, 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 wow. I love that so much.
Yeah, like the 3D hair that has like water inside of it.
Yeah, it's like one of those little glass biomes. What are those called?
Terrarium.
Terrarium. It's like a hairarium.
Hairarium.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. This one's really, really pretty.
Yeah, I love this one so much. That's so cool.
I would put this one on the wall of my room that houses my aquariums. If I get some aquariums.
A whole room just for aquariums?
I would absolutely have that in my perfect dream house.
Abby, we don't live in Animal Crossing. You can't have a whole room full of aquariums.
But I would like to get Animal Crossing so I can go explore the aquarium room.
Okay, that's fair. This is the opposite of what we saw earlier. Instead of, I think it was Mika Pikazo had a bunch of artwork where their character was like kind of a neutral color and then lots of colorful explosions around them. This is kind of like a little bit of the inverse of that, where we see it in the eye here. And even, is that a sea turtle? Maybe?
I think we're confused with the iris of the eye.
Okay. Pupil.
Pupil of the eye. Yes.
Not a sea turtle.
Not a sea turtle. Wow, the sea turtle, her face at seeing a sea turtle.
Yes.
So good. This is so cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
I love this like composition and pose, and the subject matter is really, really fun to look at.
Yeah, it looks like they're made out of water or
It definitely gives the feeling
ice.
of like water sprite meeting our hero.
Yes. Ooh. Man,
And their hands are held in like both sides. Like,
Yeah. I wonder how much work they do before creating a piece like this to design the character. Like, do they sketch out the water sprite a bunch of different times before, like, showing us only this small snippet of this story?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't seen videos of their process, but it could be.
They are clearly creating some very interesting characters. I feel like that would be so hard to do whole cloth in a piece like that.
I know, to just see these snippets of them and just commit to, like not the ears, or maybe they like that.
Look at the shape underneath this chin of this like hard line. There's so many cool things going on in this piece. It feels like they took that puzzle, or not puzzle, but like, what is it, a visual trick where it's like, do you see a vase or two faces?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of feels like, a little inspired from that.
I included this one just because it is like a simpler piece by them. We don't have all the color and sharpness.
Yeah, but I love this.
I do too. I love the shadow of the bangs across the eyes. Gives this really interesting effect. Like,
it's so wiggly as well.
Yeah.
Like the eyelashes feel a little kind of liquefied. The hair feels liquefied. Yeah, they do some really interesting stuff with materials in general with a lot of their artwork here.
I thought this was interesting to include.
Yeah, we have not seen a sketch yet from them.
Right.
Wow, this is actually extremely detailed.
I know, there's so much going on. All this like hard surface stuff.
It looks like medical equipment mostly?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a nurse. You would know.
Yeah, well, I guess. It could be futuristic stuff. I don't necessarily recognize all of it.
Futuristic stuff and medical stuff are very similar.
Or it could be modern and just not what I use in my day-to-day. I'm so glad we got to look at this artist today. This art, this is so beautiful to me.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff here in terms of color, in terms of like texture and material composition. I think my like big takeaway from this artist is how they use materials in their character, because there was just some really cool like oily drippings. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look more at this artist.
Yes, definitely follow them at their Instagram, see more of their work.
There's a link for that down below, as well as a subscribe button that you can go ahead and click.
And this is the part where we say
Goomba.